Every year, over 300 million tennis balls are used in games and tournaments around the world. They bounce across courts, fly off rackets, and roll into corners. But have you ever wondered how a simple piece of rubber becomes the bright green ball we all recognize? It's a fascinating journey from raw materials to that perfect, pressurized sphere. And it starts with two main ingredients: rubber for bounce and felt for grip and texture. In massive factories, rolls of raw rubber are mixed with special compounds to make them strong and springy, ready to handle the pounding of every serve and volley. Once the rubber is prepared, it's shaped using heavy metal molds designed to give it that perfectly round form. Workers first press the rubber into sheets, then cut them into smaller chunks that will form the two halves of the tennis ball's core. Before those halves are sealed together, they're ground down for precision and coated with a layer of strong adhesive. This glue isn't just sticky, it's engineered to withstand the intense friction and impacts of the game. Once the halves are joined, the freshly molded balls are still hot and need to cool down before their next transformation. While they rest, another batch gets dipped into a fresh pool of glue, preparing them for their most iconic feature, the fuzzy green felt. This felt doesn't just look nice, it plays a huge role in controlling the ball's speed and spin. Large sheets are cut into precise pieces by automated machines, ensuring a perfect fit every time. The felt is wrapped tightly around the core, glued into place, and pressed firmly by specialized machinery. After that, the balls take a trip into a pressurized chamber. This step is key locks in the perfect bounce, making sure the ball isn't too stiff or too flat. Without this, a tennis match wouldn't feel right. Once inflated to the ideal pressure, the balls are sealed in airtight cans, protecting their bounce until they hit the court. Every step is about precision, durability, and performance, creating a ball that's ready for every smash, lob, and rally. From the court, let's head to the farm, because crunchy walnuts don't just appear on grocery shelves by magic. Before they end up in your snack bowl or baked into desserts, they go through a meticulous process. Freshly harvested walnuts are washed thoroughly, removing any dirt and debris from the shells. They ride along conveyor belts for sorting, where workers and machines work together to separate the best nuts from damaged ones. Once dry, they enter specialized cracking machines that carefully split the shells without damaging the delicate nut inside. These machines are engineered for precision, breaking open thousands of walnuts in minutes while keeping the nut halves intact. The separated nuts drop into bins, ready for packaging. From there, automated systems weigh, bag, and seal them so they stay fresh until they're shipped to stores and eventually make their way to your table. Switching from nuts to carbs. Breadsticks might look simple, but making them in a factory is like a delicious science experiment. It starts with mixing and kneading dough until it's perfectly smooth and elastic. This step is essential. It builds the gluten structure that gives breadsticks their chewy center and crispy crust. The dough is rolled out and fed into shaping machines that slice it into long, thin strips. These strips head straight into industrial ovens, where carefully controlled heat transforms them into golden brown, crunchy perfection. The aroma alone could make you hungry. Once baked, they're cooled, packaged, and sent off to restaurants and supermarkets, ready to be dunked into soup, paired with pasta, or eaten straight from the bag. Speaking of pasta, let's take a trip into one of the most mesmerizing food factories out there. It all begins with durum with the heart and soul of pasta making. This golden grain is cleaned thoroughly to remove stones, husks, and anything else that doesn't belong. The wheat is then milled into semolina flour, the premium base for high-quality pasta. The flour is sifted to remove lumps and ensure a fine, even texture. Next, advanced mixing machines combine the semolina with water in precise ratios, creating a dough that's firm yet pliable. Industrial kneaders develop the gluten, giving the pasta its signature bite. The dough is rolled into thin sheets or pushed through dies to create endless shapes from spaghetti and fettuccine to macaroni and tortiglione. Each shape is designed to hold sauce differently, turning every meal into a new experience. The pasta is dried in temperature and humidity-controlled rooms to lock in its texture and prevent spoilage. Once ready, it's weighed, sealed in nitrogen-flushed packages for freshness, and boxed for shipment. Pasta may be simple, but behind every bite is a symphony of machinery, precision, and tradition. Not everything in the factory world is savory ice cream. For example, is a masterpiece of cold, creamy engineering. This timeless dessert starts with a blend of milk, cream, and sugar, mixed with flavorings from classic vanilla to adventurous matcha or salted caramel. The mixture is pasteurized for safety, then churned in freezing barrels to create that smooth, velvety texture. Air is incorporated just right to make each scoop light and creamy without being airy or icy. Once churned, the ice cream is quickly frozen to lock in the texture, then packed into tubs, cones, or popsicle molds. Whether you grab it from the freezer aisle or an ice cream truck, every bite is the result of careful craftsmanship and precise temperature control. But factories also produce more unique treats like fried mushrooms coated in creamy sauce and breadcrumbs. Fresh mushrooms are dipped into a rich, velvety sauce that soaks into their surface, then rolled in golden breadcrumbs. They're fried at the perfect temperature to create a crispy shell that gives way to juicy, tender mushroom inside. Bite is a mix of textures and flavors that could easily steal the spotlight as a snack or appetizer. And then there are salted duck egg yolks, a delicacy that takes patience to perfect. First, fresh duck eggs are washed and inspected. They're submerged in a brine solution made from mineral-rich salt and water, where they soak for anywhere from a week to a month. This curing process transforms the yolks, giving them a rich, savory flavor and firm texture. Once cured, automated cracking machines gently open the shells, separating the yolks from the whites. The yolks are dried, inspected for quality, and packed for use in various dishes. Many of them end up inside mooncakes, beautiful, round pastries enjoyed during the Mid-Autumn Festival. These pastries are often filled with sweet red bean paste, lotus seed paste, or a combination with the salted yolk tucked inside like a hidden treasure. The yolk's savory richness perfectly balances the pastry's sweetness, making mooncakes a symbol of unity, celebration, and tradition. From the bounce of a tennis ball to the crunch of a breadstick. From the creaminess of ice cream to the richness of a mooncake, factories around the world transform raw ingredients into the everyday products we love. It's a blend of science, engineering, and artistry, and next time you take a bite, a sip, or a swing, you'll know there's an incredible story behind it. If there's one thing that unites food lovers across America, it's our shared obsession with snacks, comfort food, and those little indulgences that make life taste better. From the satisfying crunch of potato chips to the melt in your mouth bliss of chocolate-covered treats, every bite tells a story. And today, you're getting the full backstage pass to see how some of your favorite foods are made. From farm to factory to your plate in ways you've probably never imagined. Fair warning, by the end of this, you might find yourself craving just about everything on the list. Let's start with the humble, hard-boiled egg, the protein-packed MVP of breakfast, lunch, and snack time. CP Factory has mastered the art of preparing them for you, ready to slice onto salads, mash into sandwiches, or pop straight into your mouth for an on-the-go energy boost. Zero hassle, all convenience, and the perfect balance of flavor and nutrition. And then there are blueberries, nature's tiny blue superfoods that require no peeling, pitting, or prep. Just rinse and enjoy. Fresh, frozen in smoothies, sprinkled over oatmeal, or tossed into a salad. They bring a burst of sweetness and a shot of antioxidants to your day without any effort at all. Switch gears to something a little more indulgent. Sausages, whether sizzling on a summer grill or served alongside a hearty breakfast, they hold a special place in our hearts and in our yearly diet. The average American puts away over 5 pounds of sausage a year, and after seeing the craftsmanship that goes into making them, you'll understand why. Speaking of indulgences, few things can compete with the sweet, sticky magic of sugar syrup-coated cookies. Watching them glide down conveyor belts, each one getting its glossy coat before being cooled, separated, and packed, is like a dessert lover's dream in motion. It's a delicious blend of precision and care. One misstep and the cookies could stick together. But the skilled workers make sure every piece is perfectly preserved for that satisfying bite. Now, imagine a paper-thin crepe spreading across. A hot plate like an artist's brushstroke, or the golden crunch of a fresh potato chip breaking beneath your teeth. These snacks are designed to hit all the pleasure points: the sound, the salt, the melt-in-your-mouth finish. While potato chips might not win any awards for health food, enjoying them in moderation is the sweet spot. Satisfying without guilt. Pancakes, on the other hand, walk the line between cozy comfort and decadent treat, especially when they come with a surprise filling inside. Bite into one, and you're met with warm, fluffy layers wrapped around gooey chocolate or fruity jam. It's nostalgia and indulgence rolled into one when it comes to freshness and vibrancy. Pineapple juice is nature's own golden elixir. Pineapples spend up to 2 years maturing before they're ready to harvest, and each plant produces only a single fruit, which makes every bottle that much more special. Modern machines now do the heavy lifting, washing away dirt with high-powered water jets, cooling the fruit to lock in sweetness, and separating juicing pineapples from those sold whole. From there, they're crushed, filtered, and packaged with precision, ensuring every sip is as fresh and tangy as if you just cut into the fruit yourself. For those who love a little fizz, sparkling pineapple juice adds that bubbly refreshment perfect for parties or summer afternoons. And then there's ketchup, a staple in nearly every American fridge. The journey from field to bottle starts with perfectly ripe tomatoes, sorted and washed until they're spotless. After a quick heat treatment to soften their skins, powerful water jets and drum rollers strip away every last peel without damaging the flesh. The pulp is then pureed, seasoned with a signature blend of spices, and tested for quality before being bottled. Whether you're Team Heinz or loyal to another brand that squeeze a bright, tangy ketchup on fries, nuggets, or burgers just hits the spot. Speaking of fries, McDonald's takes theirs to the next level with specially sourced potatoes and a careful blanching process that locks in natural flavor and crispness. It's why their fries stay fresh longer than most, holding that iconic taste and texture we've all come to expect. And to wash it down, a crisp, caffeine-free Sprite, the citrusy classic that's just as refreshing at midnight as it is on a hot summer afternoon. Finally, let's end on a decadent note. Layer upon layer of fluffy cream and silky melted chocolate, assembled into a treat so rich and irresistible, it's like dessert royalty. Every swirl, every drip, every glossy finish is carefully crafted, and the result is pure indulgence in every bite. If you've never tried it, this is the sign you've been waiting for. It's out there in your local store right now, waiting to be unwrapped and enjoyed. From the farm fields to the factory floor, from fresh fruit to fried perfection, every one of these foods has its own story. And now you've seen the magic behind the flavors you love, which means next time you take that bite, you'll appreciate it just a little bit more and maybe crave it a lot more too.